Hi, welcome everyone. It is Soul Connection this evening with me, your host, Jo Labbé, as part of Star Nations Radio Network. Good evening, Rob. So glad to see. What do you know, Jo? You always make me smile, and I appreciate being able to start off my show with laughter and a smile. So tonight, we are all about connection. I use this platform to share a healing meditation, a healing service. I am facilitating the opportunity for you to connect to your soul at its highest point, at its highest level, and allow you to clear the pathway for creating new things in your life. So this is all about, I am guiding you to your own healing. And there's a lot of power when we all come together with the intention of clearing and healing what's not working in our life, no matter what that may be. So welcome, you guys. Hello, Margaret and Meredith. Glad to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. And we are in this wonderful energy. We had the spring equinox yesterday. So it was a very powerful one. I don't know if some of you felt how strong that energy was this time around. And I always find that when Easter is so close in proximity to the equinox takes on an even higher vibration. It amplifies the closer we get. And I know they're, a week and a half apart, but it's still relatively close because we're all in that energy of Lent, whether we are participating in that or not. So as we move forward this evening and in connection, I really encourage you to find whatever intention you would like for your healing. And some of you might want to gear it to healing around using the equinox energy. And the way I perceive that is what we do here at Trinity Healing Sanctuary. We use two pieces of paper. We have one piece of paper that is for everything that we would like to release and let go of. And then we have a second piece of paper for everything we would love to see bloom into fruition in the new cycle, in the new season. And so you can hold that type of energy, that type of intention if you would like. You can also just simply allow whatever is ready to go. If you have a relationship in particular, or a job or a situation that has been difficult for you, this is the perfect opportunity to focus on releasing all the energy connected to that. And as I do the meditation with you, I will be channeling phrases and words on how to release. It varies from time to time because it depends upon who's here and who needs to release what. So even if you are watching this in the future, not in a live moment, you will have the same energy because the vibration carries forward through my voice no matter when you listen to it. And if you experience a certain amount of movement and would like to go back and do more, you're always welcome to re-watch the show and reconnect to the energy, because that's where, you can do even more work, because this is your personal journey, your connection. I am just the facilitator at the healing school here at Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing. I teach my students that we are the conduit, and the clearer and the cleaner and the fuller our conduit is, the more movement we can create within our energy body and for those around us. So, I am thankful to be able to be here and in using that capacity this evening for you guys. So I am going to do the little bit of Star Nation's business, which is if you guys could just like and share or love and share the this broadcast, that would allow me to reach more people and allow the energy of healing to like spread even farther. Because our work here is to really help you guys heal your own life and really step into shining your light the way you are meant to, because we each have a purpose and a reason for being here. And sometimes we get so bogged down with our own problems or the stuff going on in the environment around us. We get weighted down and we're unable to kind of feel who we are and what our light is supposed to be. So this healing work is all about that. So if you like and share the post, it allows me to reach more people. It allows Facebook and their algorithms to do their thing, and allowing it to ripple outward. And I always hold space that the universe is making sure that this gets to who needs it. Whoever needs the healing work will receive it. And for those of you who are new to the show, are new to watching, as we are doing the work, you're going to hear me make clearing noises. They may sound like a burp or a little squawk. That is me releasing the energy for the group. I don't know who it's attached to. It doesn't matter to me. But it is allowing things to move at a quicker pace, because sometimes the energy can't ground quick enough when we are doing such a large group healing. And so that's how it gets sent up to the ancestors and they carry it away for us. And I'm always thankful that they are present and here to do that through me. And so at the end, I will also pull cards to give you a reading and give you a little more clarity maybe. And I do this after the meditation so that you're in a clear space to hear the messages and to receive them. And this evening's deck is Sonia Choquette. It's the Fool's Wisdom. And, you know, some people get nervous. It's all about fools, but Fool is the very first card in the Tarot deck. It's the beginning of a spiritual journey. My cat is joining me, Ocelot. He just knocked something down at my feet. So those of you who know, he's got something going on underneath my feet, which will be a fun experience. But in her deck, the Fool's Wisdom deck, it's basically all about where are you on your spiritual journey? Where are you on your spiritual path? And what do you need to work on to help you continue moving forward on that? So let me just see who else has resonated and shown up for us tonight. So hi, Neshi. I'm glad to see you. Let me see if I can make that even come up. I love that you have the sunglasses on. Neshi is our beloved leader here at Star Nations. I haven't found the perfect title for her yet. I'll have to, tap into some of our other show hosts and let's see if we can come up with a fabulous title that fits Neshi perfectly. And Kimberly, thanks for sending hugs. I always love that the picture of her daughter Sophia is just, so excited and full of all this love, because that always warms my heart. And Rob, no, I'm a fool. It resonates. Yeah, we are all fools at different points in time. But I just know that I used this deck at one point in time for a meditation nearby, in the healing sanctuary, and somebody was offended that they got a Fool card until they realized everyone got a Fool card. And we all are foolish in different ways in our lives. And so that's why this deck wanted to be read this month. And I find it really interesting that it's doing it during Lent season. Like, what can we release on a soul level so that we can move through our stages of our spiritual lesson and development. Hi, Mary Ellen. How are you? I believe it's you that ordered the emotions kit that is going out tomorrow morning. I think that's the Mary Ellen who did that. And if so, I saw that you're from Batavia. And my grandparents were from Akron. Batavia is the exit that we always get off to visit them. And I was born in Buffalo originally. So I am, very in tune to that neck of the woods. And I'm actually marrying a couple in June in Batavia. So I hope that is you, because that all of that is very lovely and exciting for me. I'm looking forward to being back in the area again and kind of on the old stomping grounds. So everyone who's present, let's get ourselves comfortable and get ready to connect to the energy.
Yeah.
And we're starting already. So take a couple of deep breaths and really, oh, thank you, Neshi. Neshi said she loved and shared the Healing and Divine Message Hour. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Christina, hi. I'm so excited to see you. Christina took one of the very first psychic development classes that I taught here at the sanctuary, and was really exciting to have her in class. Oh, perfect. And Mary Ellen said she did order it. She can't wait to get it. Yes, there's a little surprise in there too. I always throw in a surprise for when people place an order, because it's always divinely timed on my end. So take a deep breath. And just really allow yourself to connect to the energy. And really just take a moment for yourself.
Yeah.
Feel the clothes on your body. Feel your muscles and your skin and your bones. Really connect to yourself in this moment.
Yeah.
Feel the weight of your body in the chair or laying down on the floor or in the bed, however you are. Just really feel you and your connection to the earth energy. Just even imagine the Earth Mother kind of wrapping herself around, giving you this loving cradle for you to sit or lie down in.
Yeah.
We're going to call in the divine energy, however you perceive that, whether it is God or Goddess, Creator, all that is universe, oneness, consciousness, any word that resonates for that divine energy.
Yeah.
And we're going to create a sacred space. And we ask that the divine energies surround and protect us in a bubble of love and light, wrapped in infinite love and infinite light.
Yeah.
You may even want to extend your bubble outward. You may want to protect the room that you're in, or the house or the apartment, your car.
Yeah.
Sometimes putting a second bubble layer on can allow you to feel even more at peace and more safe and secure in the moment.
Yeah.
And we invite in the angels and your guides, your ancestors, the ascended masters, the divine teachers that are here to help us, to connect with us of the fullest and highest vibration available to us in this moment.
Yeah.
And as always, this healing is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves.
Yeah.
And the divine energy is waiting above your head for permission for the healing to occur.
Yeah.
And just take a moment to connect with your intention for your healing this evening. Whether it is to release pain on a physical level, emotional, mental spinning, or spiritual, or all of the above. Whether you have cords that you need to release with certain people, or addictions that you might wish to release.
Yeah.
Taking a moment to connect with that focus, with your spiritual team.
Yeah.
And now you may begin to feel some heat or tingling or pressure as the divine energy begins to come in through the crown of your head.
Yeah.
And as it comes down through into the third eye, it begins to clear away any energy that is spinning around in your brain. All of our brains. Making room for all of our distractions to come back within our body and allow us to be fully present this moment.
Yeah.
So any energy you have invested in the past or invested in the possible future, just allowing that all to return home in this moment so that all the energy and all the focus is on you and your healing right this moment.
Yeah.
And allowing any misperceptions, thoughts, patterns, or beliefs to gently release and dissolve.
Yeah.
Making room for clarity, room for your intuition. Room for the messages to come through more clearly for you.
Yeah.
And clearing your ears so that you may hear and receive all of these messages and the guidance. Easily, gracefully.
Yeah.
And opening the channels for you to hear others clearly and for them to hear you.
Yeah.
So that all communication can flow easily like water. An ebb and flow, a give and take in perfect balance.
Yeah.
Releasing the tightness in your jaw. You might even wish to Relax your jaw or yawn, giving space for that energy to release all of the ways that you've been trying to control your life, control your situation, your environment,
Yeah.
and just letting it all go for this moment, knowing that you are safe and loved and protected.
Yeah.
So you can simply be in this moment. Releasing all the tension in the back of the head and in the neck.
Yeah.
Where you've squeezed your self-expression, your communication, the way you have spoken to others with others, or the ways they've spoken to you. Allowing yourself to feel the fullness of who you are and being able to express that fully, safely.
Yeah.
Fully supported by the universe, and you simply being you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing some pain at the bottom of the neck. Feels a little like whiplash for someone. It doesn't have to be from a car accident, but it can be your response to something said or done that caused you to pull back quickly. So really allowing the deepness of that energy to dissipate. And clearing any resistance you have to releasing the pain. You do not need the pain as a reminder.
Yeah.
Just breathing light and love and forgiveness and compassion into that spot for yourself, for others, for the situation.
Yeah.
Now releasing the energy off the shoulders, all the burdens that you carry in your life and in caretaking others. Where it sometimes feels like you are alone, have no support,
Yeah.
but knowing at any moment you can call in the divine energy to lovingly release and support for you. And welcome, April.
Yeah.
Really knowing that as the energy is moving for us as a group, we can hold the intention that we are assisting someone else with their healing as well as receiving ours.
Yeah.
And hearing the clearing noises that emanate from me, you can understand that energy is moving for us as a collective group, as a moment of connection in the oneness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, as those burdens begin to slip off of your shoulder, releasing that tension, moving into the heart and the lungs. And on the physical level, really noticing any pain you may be having, especially in between your shoulder blades or on the tops of your lungs.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with the lungs and allow them to clear, allow the heart chakra energy to work its beautiful love magic.
Yeah.
And as it's clearing our lungs, it's releasing any breath that we've held on to in anxiety and stress and overwhelm, any fear that we have felt, even any anger that we've held in.
Yeah.
Any way our environment or our job or our family has made it difficult to feel like we have room to breathe. There's this slight suffocation energy happening.
Yeah.
And just really allowing the divine to fill and clear your lungs fully. So that you may breathe in the fullness of life and living.
Yeah.
And know that you are supported and held in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then feel into that heart in all its beautiful chambers. And we're going to start our clearing in the upper right chamber of the heart. Where our inner child gets the most of their energy.
Yeah.
Really clearing our inner child's energy as well, so they do not have to hold the wounds from our childhood. So when they are free of the burdens of that, they can be filled with joy and wonderment, love and happiness. We are able to access that with them, through them as well.
Yeah.
And just reimagining that you're giving your inner child this beautiful hug, letting them know that you are here to take care of them, love them, and nurture them from this moment forward,
Yeah.
so that they can feel safe and secure.
Yeah.
Releasing any abandonment or punishment that they may feel that they were supposed to carry for you, for us.
Yeah.
And now moving into the lower right chamber of the heart and accessing our inner adult, that part of us that moves through life in the doing of our spiritual purpose, the action, the way we take action in our life, in our physical and our spiritual life. And some of those adults are cranky too. because they haven't had much playtime with the inner child. And breathing joy and comfort and happiness.
Yeah.
And breathing in the essence of our inner adult is more about who we are as a being, not who we are as a doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And moving into the lower left chamber of our heart, accessing our inner warrior. That part of us that is here to advocate and fight for what is important to our mission and our purpose.
Yeah.
And knowing that we can do it in a peaceful, loving way, releasing the aggression and the anger, and finding a way for our warrior to do it through an open-hearted place, using truth and love as the weapon. In a way of creating a new pathway, a pathway of light and acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moving into the upper left chamber of the heart, connecting to our sage, our wise one, the elder within, who we have carried with us through each and every lifetime, who holds the Akashic records for all of our lifetimes, holds all of the knowledge we have ever accumulated. And by connecting to them, we have the opportunity to access all of our wisdom through all of the ages.
Yeah.
It can simply drop into our knowing being with ease, with grace.
Yeah.
And we can turn within whenever we need the answers.
Yeah.
Rather than seeking the information always from another. Opening that trust and communication with ourselves.
Yeah.
And moving down into our third chakra, right below our rib cage, it holds the beautiful sun within us, our divine flame, our light. And for many, it gets clouded with anger, frustration, judgment, resentment.
Yeah.
And when that occurs, it weakens our self-confidence and our self-worth and our self-esteem.
Yeah.
And by clearing our sense of self, we are free to move back to who we are, not who others think we are or should be.
Yeah.
Igniting the healing flame within us, allowing it to burn steady and brightly, not out of control or down to a wisp. Just bringing it back into this beautiful state of balance
Yeah.
where it can light the way within us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just really letting that tightness in the belly release. Letting our stomach relax and stop gurgling. These volcanoes of acid. Allowing the gallbladder to calm and release all those pellets of anger that have turned to stone for some of us. Allowing us to gently release any of that old anger toward ourselves, toward others.
Yeah.
Allowing the spleen to filter out the debris that we've created sometimes in the chaos of our lives.
Yeah.
Letting our pancreas find the sweetness of life within us so that we don't need to create it within or eat it within or drink it within. We simply are sweet enough in our own life.
Yeah.
And clearing the energy in the liver, holding on to all that blame and all that guilt, and just allowing that to release, for it does not serve anyone, let alone you in this moment.
Yeah.
And asking the kidneys to release any righteous anger that you've held for yourself, for others. For that anger was meant to be a motivator for you to take action, not for you to hold on to. So letting it go in this moment and allowing yourself space to take action in a new and beautiful way.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Moving down into the second chakra through our digestive tracts and our reproductive organs, bringing a gentle ease and flow back to all of our systems, allowing the water of ebb and flow
Yeah.
to recalibrate and come into balance. Allowing all of our emotions to be felt and expressed fully, without fear, without judgment.
Yeah.
And bringing flow back to all of our relationships with people, with places, with things, so that we don't grab and hoard or need in an addictive way. We simply can have and release in each and every moment.
Yeah.
And those of you who have toxic relationships with anything or anyone, you take a deep breath and imagine the cord of connection between you being released. It won't stop you from knowing the other or knowing the thing, but it will release the energy of anxiousness, of dependency, and return the relationship back to love and grace, the highest vibration it is meant to hold. And in this loving space, it may be best simply to release it. If it is draining your energy,
Yeah.
and moving down into the hips, into where the energy begins to connect with your root chakra, based at your tailbone, really anchoring your ability to create in both your physical and your spiritual lives, asking it to move through both legs equally. For we walk our life with both legs. And if we only walk with one, we limp through life.
Yeah.
And allowing any areas in our life where we feel threatened or insecure, unsafe, allowing that to just gently dissolve. For right now, you are held and protected and adored by the universe, the Divine Father, the Divine Mother, however you perceive that. You are loved and held.
Yeah.
Allowing it to begin to move down both the legs. And as it does so, the energy beneath us, connected to the earth, you may feel the cord of connection that runs from our first chakra at our tailbone, like a giant cord that goes through the earth all the way to the center, or we may experience roots beneath our feet like a giant tree. However you feel anchored in the earth energy as a being here on earth,
Yeah.
allowing that connection to really strengthen so that all the energy we're releasing can go down through the layers of the earth. Knowing that what we release will be composted into something beautiful and amazing by the Earth Mother. New flowers, new water, new trees, fresh air. And as that energy goes down and releasing from us, it's filling her up with healing. So that as we care for ourselves, we care for our home. The home around us and the home within us.
Yeah.
And as our energy reaches to the very molten lava center, where I experience the Earth Mother's heartbeat, we surround and protect the heart of the Mother.
Yeah.
We're going to bring that earth energy all the way up and begin to breathe it back into our lives. And as we bring that warm, honey, nurturing feminine energy up, it'll begin to come through and fill in all the nooks and crannies where we have released healing energy.
Yeah.
allowing it to feel in your feet, in your ankles, working its way up your legs, creating more flexibility in your lives, the ability to adapt to change,
Yeah. Yeah.
and bringing it up through your knees, into your thighs, moving into your hips. Really feel it fill the pelvic floor like this giant bowl of divine feminine energy, holding your whole foundation and beginning to move up through your reproductive organs,
Yeah.
through your intestines, your whole digestive system, in through the belly, all those beautiful organs that cleanse and detoxify, up through your lungs, into your heart. Really take a moment to feel the fullness of your heart filling. Imagine each chamber filling to overflowing, or even your heart chakra just stretching and growing just a tiny bit larger, so you have more room for love and compassion and forgiveness for yourself and for others.
Yeah.
Allowing that energy to flow down your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands, so that everything you touch will be filled with this loving, nurturing energy.
Yeah.
Filling your spinal column as well, so that all the fluid and all the veins and capillaries, every organ can receive this divine support system through your bones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allowing it to move up through your throat, through your jaw, through your ears, all the way to the top of your head, and allowing it to cascade over you like a giant waterfall, filling all the layers of your aura and your personal bubble, repairing any cracks or holes or tears that you may have in it, remembering that your aura is above you, below you, in front of you, behind you, and on either side.
Yeah.
Healing through the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, karmic layers, past lives.
Yeah.
Now, if you are experiencing any places where there's tightness or pain, we're just going to invite the divine energy to go to that particular spot and send healing energy through. So for someone, I'm feeling the left shin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of that knee.
Yeah.
Then another person has pain in the right, it's below the shoulder blade in the back of the right shoulder, and then it punctures through almost the heart or the breast on the right side, excuse me.
Yeah.
Actually feels like a past life, like an arrow or a weapon that's gone through from the back through the front. So allowing that to just release.
Yeah.
And even if it was this lifetime, there's no need to carry the remnants of that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And now taking a moment to send healing to those who have prayed for healing, who've asked for healing. Knowing that if it is meant for their highest best, it will go to them, and if not, it will go to someone in need.
Yeah.
And now taking a deep breath and releasing any extra energy that you do not need, that you can release back to the earth so that she may compost it and use it to help support us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And begin to take a couple of deep breaths and bring yourself back into the room, back into the awareness,
Yeah.
back into the moment. Welcome back, everyone. That was lovely. So I'm going to put this out there to the beautiful goddess Neshi. I'm going to get the okay from Neshi. I always do messages after the healing, and tonight's healing took a little longer than I expected to, but it seems really important that if people would like a message, I want to make sure that they are allowed to receive it. And I'm pretty sure I'm okay because I think I'm the only one on Wednesdays because we have a time limit for the day. So if you would like a reading, for me to pull a card for you to help you with that, just type in yes, please, and I will do so for you. And I'm just going to hold place that's going to be it. And I'm actually going to start with Rochelle because she, in a way, asked. Rochelle says, hello, I'm going to the neurosurgeon this Monday and I'm very concerned. So Rochelle, I am feeling the anxiety that you're holding on to, which always is a little difficult for me to separate from what's going on for you. But if you send me a private message, I will do a scan for you independently. It takes me maybe 5 minutes to do a scan on you, and we can just do a check, and I can give you some insight. Often I can give you advice on, what to talk to the doctor about or where to get them to focus their attention. So let's get your concern down first and let's see what the card says. So this one's perfect for you, I believe, because of what you are saying and what's going on. So your card is, I don't know if you can see it, it's called the Fear Fool. And so this is a time where you are having these fears, and we can let fear and anxiety run and run, and that actually will create more fear when we do that. So it's a time to really laugh at your fears and release them. So it's not a time to hibernate and go into hiding and get all caught up and spinning in your fear. And this can be a really difficult thing. And I've had a lot recently that's made me want to hide in fear. So my go-to for you is to do things that make you laugh, which may sound really easy, but it's really hard. I tune into, I'll watch funny movies or children's shows because you want to bring your inner child out. When your inner child is able to laugh at the situation and find joy and wonderment, then it eases all of your energy. And then it actually makes it easier for our doctors to know what's going on. When we throw anxiety and panic and fear into the mix, we actually create more symptoms, if that makes sense to you, because we're creating symptoms on the physical and the emotional layer rather than just the physical layer. So we want to get the emotional layer calm so that you are in a place where it's just the physical, so you can be taken care of properly and they can guide any healing for you in that direction. So we need to get laughter back into your life. So take time to like watch a movie or read a funny book or go play with children, because they're great at bringing our laughter back up and dropping our fear. So I hope that helps. But as I said, feel free to message me through the Chakra Sessions page, and I will do an independent scan for you to let you know what I'm seeing on the physical level, all right? Because I don't want to leave you in an anxious spot. All right, so Rob said, yes, please. So let's see what you got here, sir. Oh, nice. So this one is the Soul Fool. I think of you as being soulful because, you know, of all your amazing singing talent and musician talent. But the Soul Fool is all about doing what feels right. A lot of the best teachers that I've ever had, they all give very similar advice, which is check inside of you and see whether it feels right. If you're not excited about it, then don't do it. And so do only the things that feel in alignment with your soul. Do only the things that feel like they are going to bring you joy. We have a lot of doing here on the planet as an adult, and it's time for us to remember how to be a being. So do those things that bring out your being, because we need your being shedding his light right now. And, you know, I see you playing music and writing and composing and just doing, there's just all this joy around that. So I don't know if you have a new project that you're working on, but, you know, do it, please, because we need you to. All right. So Margaret, I'll do the card for you first and then for Meredith. So thank you, Neshi, for saying I could take the time that I need. So it's really funny. Your cards stuck, like literally stuck together, which is no surprise. So Margaret, your card is the Thank Fool. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but the Thank Fool is being thankful, basically. But it's more about finding gratitude in everything, even the difficult things that are going on in your life. When we find the gratitude or the gift behind the lesson, then we no longer have to be in the lesson. And so you might have had some difficult things going on lately, but this is time for you to really find the gift behind it. I had a very difficult fall and winter. And in that time, it was really hard. I had to focus on little tiny things I was grateful for, like my cat snuggling. But now that I have a little distance and a little perspective, I can look back and see all the amazing lessons that I got from what I went through. You know, things that taught me about different boundaries that I didn't know I needed, ways to manage my money better. So whatever you need to really look at your recent lessons, find some gratitude, because that will expand and open the gateway for new things to come in for you. So I'm really excited for you. So just find that place of gratitude, and more gifts, even more gifts will arrive, which is great. And Meredith, your card is the Joy Fool. So it's kind of nice that we have thankful and joyful. And this is really all about taking time for you to enjoy yourself. We get so busy doing that we don't do things that just make us happy, or we feel guilty about taking time to do things that make us happy. So really, find some things that bring you your joy. And if you can't remember, think of all the ways you used to play when you were a kid. I love it when spring comes and I can get myself back out on a swing set. There is nothing like the freedom of that, and all the wind blowing in my hair. It just, even the little jump that the links make when you go too high, that little startle always just revs my engine up. And in the fall, I love to kick the leaves and jump around and dance in the leaf piles, So think of things that brought you joy as a child, or that bring you joy now, and get out there and do that, because you need to bring that vibration, that joy vibration, up in your energy field right now. And it's that easy if you can take the time. So thank you. So Cindy Lynn. All right, what's your card, dear? Oh, don't take this the wrong way. I pulled this for somebody not that long ago, and they got a little nervous. So this one is called the Ignorant Fool, and he looks like he is sitting on a chair in the dunce cap. This is all about, sometimes it's better not to know. There's things going on with friends or family, and we just have to know what it is, and we poke and poke and poke because we want to know. Sometimes it's better that we don't know. And so what it's saying is, let go of the need to know, and I even say this with clients, they always want to know what their purpose is, or how they're supposed to do the next thing. And sometimes the best thing is to not know and just let it unfold. Let life unfold, because then we're not controlling what's happening in our lives. We're really surrendering and allowing the divine to bring us the best possible solution and the best possible outcome for what we're going through. And so this is a time where you don't need to know. So I'm going to say that again. You don't need to know. And I can hear the but. Just really just breathe and allow, and try to find a way to release that, because when we try to make that happen, we end up acting foolish. We really do. So really just surrendering and just allowing it to happen and unfold the way it's meant to. And you don't need to know. It's going to work out perfectly for you. All right, Miss Molly. Hi, sweetie. Oh, so this is the Art Fool. This is telling you it's time for you to get out there and be creative. How have you been creating in your life lately, my dear? And again, this is always fun to do with the inner child, because the inner child really is able to tap into creativity. In this particular picture, it's painting, but it can be, anything that stirs your buttons. I love to make pendulums, and I love to create my healing remedies. And I also enjoyed decorating for the holidays, or I enjoy, getting new pillows for my couch, so it feels like fresh and new. So whatever is creative for you, or putting together a really cool outfit, do that and find some ways to really get your creative juices flowing. Tap into that second chakra energy and how it connects to the throat, and really go to town on it, because this is the perfect time for you to do that. All right, sweetie? All right, Renee. Thank you for the lovely conversation today, Miss Renee. Oh. Yours is the rest fool. It's time for you to take a break. So I know you've had a lot of breaks lately, and some of them quite literally, like your arm. But this is like you and your cat taking a nap. You know, sometimes we start to schedule ourselves too tight, and we haven't taken a chance for our energy system to reboot or relax. Maybe you've spent too much time indoors. Maybe you need to get yourself out there. You know, even for you, being able to go swimming would be restful, and it would be taking a break. So really think of some ways to kind of, I'm seeing your energy vibration like really agitated, especially up in your sixth chakra. Like the thinking brain is like thinking. So it just needs a chance to kind of like calm down and have a break. So you know how to play. So get some friends and get playing. All right. Margaret. Let's see. Margaret, you got the meaning fool. So the meaning fool is mean what you say and mean what you do. And when you do that, it's basically saying, say yes to what you mean yes to, and say no to what you mean no to. And if you're not sure, then say no, or I'll get back to you. Because we have, especially as women, we say yes way too fast. And if we had a moment to really think about it, we would maybe say no. And that's how we get overburdened and overstressed. So it's all about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And when we do that, we fall into an alignment with our integrity. We fall into alignment with our true voice and our authentic self. And so people actually begin to respect our opinions and our values even more, because we don't say things just to get approval. You say what you actually mean because you need to say it from a truth place. And do all of this from your heart chakra, because when we do it from our ego, we can get ourselves into all sorts of trouble. So really open that heart chakra and allow yourself to be truthful in what you say and what you do. Okay? It sounds easy, but it can be really, really hard. Mary Ellen. Oh, nice. So this is the sentimental fool. And the sentimental fool, you know, sometimes has the capacity to spend a lot of time looking at what happened in the past and reminiscing over it. And then in doing so, they're missing what's going on right in front of them in the now. So it's basically be in your life and make your life happen now. And allow yourself to release anything that happened in the past. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing, but, you know, sometimes, you know, if you go to a high school reunion, everyone acts like, you know, that's like a 30-year high school reunion. Imagine you have that and you go back and everybody's talking about the football game that happened, you know, 30 years ago and all the glory and all of that attached to it. They're not talking about right now and who they are now. They're stuck in that past energy. So that actually anchors you, believe it or not, to that vibration. So it's not allowing you all the spiritual growth that you may have had. So really be right now. It's great to, you know, honor what's happened in the past, but you don't want to hang out in that past, being all caught up in it. Really live your life in the moment. Really live your life right now. All right, sweetie? All right, Lindsay June. Let's see what we got for you, Miss Lindsay. So you have the forgetful. And I laugh because this reminds me a lot of you. You know, their suitcase, the carriage is pulling away and the suitcase is down on the ground and it's forgotten. So this is not about forgetting things. This is about letting stuff go that doesn't work for you anymore. Stop carrying around that old baggage, kind of like the sentimental fool, you know. They're not hanging on to the baggage, but they're hanging on to the memories. You got a little baggage holding on going on here, dear. So it's time to release those old suitcases. They're too heavy. They're overstuffed. Travel lightly through your life. Allow yourself the space to lighten your load, clean your closet, and maybe even do so actually, you know, like I know you moved not that long ago, so maybe it's time to go through and make sure that you really love everything in your closet or everything in your drawers, and that you haven't held on to something because it was sentimental. You know, you're not going to ever wear it again, but you're still hanging on to it. So let some stuff go, some people go, and some things go, and you're going to feel a lot more movement going on. Kimberly. Hey, Mama Bear. Glad you're here. Ooh, yeah, this one suits you. The law fool. So the wisdom here is know the law and know your rights. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So this is all about knowing everything you need to know so that you are in a place of knowledge and strength, and nobody can mess around with you. This is, you know, in a way, becoming the judge, but not in a negative way. Knowing what is allowable and not allowable is all about boundary setting. Know what is, you know, your right to have, what you do. I mean, you just had another sweet little one, and you need to take care of you and these two kids that you have. And to do so, you need to know what your rights are. And so get to work, get on the computer, look that stuff up, get some free advice from, you know, from a lawyer or something, but really, really hone in on the knowledge part of it, because the knowledge is the power. Because then people can't push you over and give you a hard time. When you know what you're allowed, then you've created a really strong boundary and nobody can push against it. All right? We're with you. Your whole tribe is here with you for that. So Karen. Oh, how fun. So this is the color fool. I know you can't really see it. He's riding on a rainbow with his cat. And the color fool is keep it colorful. And I love that he's sliding on a rainbow, because the rainbow is the chakra system for me. But this is all about bringing color into your life. We get really caught up in the black and white. And when everything has to be done rigidly, we just don't have a lot of joy in our life. And when we can bring in color and even wear more color, which you've been doing a lot lately, really, it allows us to be back in our joy. You know, children don't color with one color crayon. They pull out the whole box and use them all. So it's time for you to start bringing all sorts of color and flavor into your life, into your house, and experience the joy that brings. And there's a lot of play energy attached to this as well. So really getting to play with color and play with being a more colorful person in your life is really important for you right now, which is cool. So April, welcome to the show. I'm glad you were able to check in. Okay, so this is let me do it over here. The breathless fool. So the breathless fool is all about stop spinning in your head, stop thinking, and start breathing. What happens when we get spinning in the what ifs and the could be's and the scenarios and the to-do lists, we get really short on using our breath. And when that happens, it causes anxiety, it causes panic, it causes fear, overwhelm, or any flavor or all of that. It also exacerbates things like depression because we start doubting ourselves. So in this place, it's time to stop and start breathing. And one of the things that, I teach people who are having anxiety or panic attacks is to really focus on what's going on in the room around them. So it might be like, pick out 5 things that are green, pick out 2 things that have metal. And you have to focus and you have to look and you have to be right here, right now. And when you do that, the breathing starts happening naturally rather than forcefully. So this is almost like you hyperventilating, like your life has turned into a marathon as opposed to a casual stroll. So really, think of the obstacles that you're going through, not as like these huge hikes to go over, but more as like these little meandering stream detours, and really focus on the present right now. And I just keep seeing that you need to like really focus on what's in the room right now and not worry about what's in the future or what happened in the past that might impact the future. There's like your energy stretched between the past and the future, and you're having very little energy in the now, which makes it hard to breathe energetically, and maybe even physically, because it could show up as bronchitis or pneumonia or asthma too. So really focus on the breath, and you could do that every day. If you take a few minutes, throughout the day, like set an alarm, and for 3 minutes or 2 minutes, just focus on breathing in and breathing out and making sure that the in breath and the out breath are the same length, and that might help you as well too. So I hope that helps, sweetie. I'm really glad you're here. So there's a couple thank yous from Rob. Oh, Robin, yes, there is time. I stretched time for this show. So you got the cheer fool. I don't know if you can see it. And the cheer fool is, pretty much that. Be cheerful. Sing, dance, play music, jump around, do things that bring you a lot of joy. And cheer is also joy that you spread and share with others. When we do it independently and on our own, it's more just straight joyful. Cheerful is like a cheerleader. You don't have a cheerleader without other people around or a team. So being cheerful is like really getting together with others and playing and singing and having a party, but just really having this intense joy for life, because you have so much of that, and it's almost like you have so much, it's time for you to start sharing it with others, because some other people are in dark, gloomy places, and you could use that as your healing magic. Really bring some cheer to people who could use it, because we all know people who, get down in the dumps this time of year, or with winter weather, it's hard to feel hopeful. And so spreading some cheer is really, sort of your fairy dust that you can spread around you. And I really see you like the Pied Piper, and really getting people going. So go do that, because if I lived closer, I would love that. Oh, Rich. Sorry, Kim. I didn't realize Rich was there too. Oh, he's going to laugh at this. So Rich, you got the beauty fool. And yes, you are naturally beautiful. But this card is also about focusing on the beauty in your life and the beauty around you. I know you're somebody who really likes to be in the moment, live in the moment. And so this is about like recognizing all the ways there's beauty around you. And it can be in a sunset, it can be in a flower, it can be in a child's smile or a gurgle. It could be just that warmth of expression where, it just takes your breath away, that it touches your heart in that special way. And that's what beauty does, is it touches our heart gently And so finding ways to find the beauty in any situation, in anything, can be just amazing. And you have this beautiful new boy, Bodhi, and I know you have a sweet spot for Miss Sophia, and there's so much beauty right there, right? I mean, children just are that pure essence, and they really tap into that sweet spot in our heart. So find some ways to notice the beauty in your life and focus on that, because that is what will bring you joy and happiness. And I'm really glad that you checked in with us tonight. I haven't seen you in a while, so yay. All right, Crystal. Oh, this reminds me of the IRS. So yours is the fool's tax. So it's not necessarily about your taxes, but this is that there are times that we have rough lessons, and it's time for us to sort of like live and learn. We sometimes have to pay the price for the lesson that we have to learn. I'm hoping for your sake it's not financially costly, but I've had a few of those myself, you know, where you had to learn the lesson. You ignored the knocking sound in the car, and then next thing you know, you've got this huge repair. And you kind of like, okay, I should have had that tune up, 6 months ago when I skipped it. So this is all about, there are some lessons that we have to go through. That's the only way we're going to learn. It's fine and dandy to like know in our brain that, we should or shouldn't do something, but following through on it is really, really tough. So you either have a lesson right now or something that's about to happen that, there's a little bit of an energetic price to pay. And that's okay, because that's paying off the karmic debt. Think of it as you're paying off a credit card. And it may be a pain in the fanny to pay off that debt, but it feels really good when it's gone. And so this is one of those times where you might have to pay for a mistake, but it's going to be so much better on the other side, and be thankful that you can take care of the mistake in this way. All right. So just know that, some stuff we just got to go through, because that's the way we learn. And I'm holding space for you because I've had a bunch of those lately, and I hope it's not your IRS bill. All right. So Margaret said, thank you. Molly said, yay. I'm going to put this up. Kimberly said, I'd love to play too, Renee. So those inner childs are ready. Mary Ellen said, thank you for the great advice. Oh, Lindsay, her mom, Maria, would like one as well. Oh, sorry about that. I hope you're still there. So Maria, you got the thought fool. And you can see he's sitting on the stump and he's thinking. This is, for you, is a little different than some other people. This is make sure you think before you do things. Some of us leap in with both feet before we really know what we're doing. You need to take a breath and think before you act, because you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you wish you hadn't said yes. It's kind of like that, the other card earlier, say yes when you mean yes and no when you mean no. Sometimes we instinctively say yes, and then we're like, oh no, we got stuck in this situation that we were hoping not to be in. So this is a moment for you to check those moments when you're inclined to just love everybody up and just jump in and want to be supportive. And do you really have the time to do that thing? Or do you really mean it that you're going to help that person move? So think before you act, especially this week. Take some time, that any decisions that come up, make sure you take a few breaths before you respond, and that will help you a lot. I'm glad you got to come with Lindsay. That's great. Lindsay said, oops, I didn't say please. It's okay. The please was implied. So thank you from Kimberly. Karen said, yes, thank you. Kimberly said, Rich and I are very grateful, Polly Jo. Thank you very much. Thanks, sweetie. Crystal said thank you as well. All right, so it looks like I've made my way through. If I forgot anybody, you have like a couple of seconds here before I sign off. Thank you for staying late with me. You know, when we're doing these kind of events, it's a matter of, you know, tuning into what the divine needs and what you need, and making ourselves available to what that may look like. So thank you, Lindsay. Thank you again. You're the best. I appreciate that. And with that, you know, just take a moment to really check in with yourself, your inner child, because we all tend to leap and do things. We're all on this spiritual journey together. And so we can love and support each other through this. And, you know, if you enjoyed tonight's show, please like and share it so that other people can experience it. If you're watching this and it's not live, you can still type in the comments, yes, please, because I will check throughout the week, and I will write in a card for you if you would like one, because I don't want anybody to miss out a message if they would like one. And if you haven't already liked Chakra Sessions with Jo Labbé, my fan page, please do so, because it shares the information about this show, Soul Connections, and also my other show that's on Tuesday afternoons at noon, which is called Chakra Sessions, where we focus on a particular issue rather than a general healing, but we do healing each time. And Neshi is saying, such a great healing time together. Thank you, Polly Jo. I really appreciate you, Neshi, and Star Nations for the healing platform that you've provided for me to help me share my gifts with even more people. And with that, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And if you're in Western Mass, come visit us at Trinity Healing Sanctuary. We'd love to have you. And this Saturday, we have a couple of great classes. I'm teaching a class called Essential Chakras, which is all about essential oils and our chakras and how they can work together to help you heal. And we have a class that's called The Workshop by Myra, and she channels healing messages for us and really sets us on our spiritual path. And she's here for 2 hours, which is amazing. It's one-on-one. And if you're in the area, come visit us. So have a great night, everyone, and I will see you on the other side. Bye.